Hi everyone, welcome back to Almost Inevitable Tutorials. My name is still PK, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add a YouTube video in place of a featured image on a single post template in Breakdance. There's going to be two parts to this video. One, simple ACF plus Breakdance stuff using conditions to display the video in place of the featured image on the single post template. And two, some cool code that will automatically add the video thumbnail to the post. It's automatic, your clients are gonna love it, so let's get into it. And what I've done here is I have added a plugin that I've put together. It doesn't have much in it. Now you can download this from the description, from the link in the description down below. But essentially what it is that it has not much in it. You can change this, you can change the plugin name and all that kind of stuff to match your branding and your stuff. You can also use a theme functions file if you want to. This plugin naturally has just a couple of three CSS files and a JavaScript file in case you need to add more stuff. Is an admin style CSS file that you can use to actually add some extra flavor to the back end if you want to. I use this to actually style some ACF fields on the back end, so it does help sometimes to have something like that. When you're using Breakdance, is this thing here, it just hides the license key, so people won't be able to see it. It's not much, and it doesn't actually hide it fully, but clients just won't be able to see it, and they won't be none the wiser, I hope. Okay, so you can download this from the link in the description below, and now we can get into it. What I've already done here is I've added a field group for the post, and I've made some templates for the single post, so we will get into that. In the field groups, if you go in here, and so in here I've added a field called featured video, and you can see it just says featured video. Field name is featured underscore video, and that's important because that is the key that we're going to be using later down the road when we're adding extra code and stuff like that. You can use the same if you want to follow along directly and copy paste without thinking too much to change things. Then you can change your field name to say featured video, and then change the field label to whatever you want for the client to see, and they'll be able to use that, and they'll be able to see that while you actually use the same field name. Okay. The field type is OEmbed. It doesn't really matter if it's OEmbed or not. You can also use a URL field type, so it's fine. And this is assigned to post type is equal to post. You can do this with other custom post types if you want to. It'll all still work. Now for presentation here, because we're using Gutenberg, high after title doesn't actually work. Normal after content is the only way that it'll work, so I'll show you an example. You'll see down here it's after the content, right? You can also have it on the side if you like. Now that means that they will be actually seeing the video URL input field down around here somewhere, okay? And that can make it look more integrated. It can be pretty cool to do that. Just know that the video preview will just stay inside here, so it'll look small. It won't actually be small when you load it on the front end, but it'll just be here and it'll look small. That's pretty much it. Okay, and we are good. I'll leave that as is, and we're gonna go to templates. Videos, the field, if it is not empty, it will override what shows in the space that the featured image will be. Okay, I will add a video to a post just so we can test things, and I'll show you some examples of this working. Let's add a video here. Okay, and it will pick up the video, and we now get, there we go, Lamb of God, my favorite Lamb of God song, Ghost Shaped People. So I'll save that just so we have something to play around with. Okay, now you can see there's no featured image. We'll get to that in a minute, but for now, we're just gonna show the video where the featured image is gonna go, okay? Now, in the templates, if we go to single post, There's nothing else here, so we're going to add things in here. Okay. All right. So add an image. I like pulling this around here. There we go. Okay. So let's get this to be 100% width, and let's give it an aspect ratio of 16:9, and post featured image. Object fit should be cover. Forgot that. There we go. And we should be good. So if we test post, you'll see that the image loads. Very good. Now we're going to do two things. One, we're going to add the video section, and then two, we're going to add another image section. I'll explain that. I'll explain why we do that in a minute. Okay. So we'll duplicate this image. Okay. And we will add a video, and the video will get its data from featured video that we just attached to the post, right? So there you go. Now we'll look at something like this, test post with video. So we can see Lamb of God is loading. That is good. All right, now it doesn't have a featured image, right? It doesn't have a featured image, but we'll worry about that in a minute. So for now, this one is the featured image, and we're going to give this a condition. So featured image is supposed to be there, and I don't need that. Featured image is supposed to be there on top, and then the video will take over that spot if there is a video. So the video, existing or not, is the main condition that we're going to use. Okay, so go to conditions, edit condition, add condition, go to dynamic, and we're going to add featured video. Now if this is empty, you're going to show this. Okay, so if we save that and have a look at test post, because the featured video is empty, it will show. Now there's nothing in the video because there is no featured video, so we'll go back to the one with the video and work on that. Now in the video, we're going to add a condition to the video, and what we're going to do, of course, same thing. We're going to add it to dynamic data, and featured video is not empty. Okay, that is good, right? Now I'll take this out just for a second, just so we can see what it looks like. All right, so we're going to go to this on the front end, and you can see that it looks great. All right, so it's not showing the featured image, which is great. That's exactly what we were looking for. So if you go to the test post, it doesn't show that empty video placeholder. It just shows the featured image. So it's all done. Featured image, or if there's a video, show the video. All good, right? But I've noticed that if we do this for the video, when you share this post on social media, there's no featured image, so it doesn't show, and that's not as good as having a featured image. So we're going to add that. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate this image. All right, and in this one, the conditions is featured video is not empty. Okay, not empty. And this one has a little bit of a different styling. Okay, we're going to hide this so the bots that check the page to generate the preview will pick up the image, but we won't see it. There's a lot of ways to hide images. You can use like width 0, height 0, and clip, and then overflow hidden and all that kind of stuff. But all we're going to do is just a simple absolute position, and then give it a z-index of -1. Okay. To give something a z-index, you need to give it a position. So if you want to do it without using absolute, you need to give it a relative position, because you need a position to add a z-index. Okay. All right. So let's do that. Now I have image selected here in the module. So if I press Shift F, I actually can turn on that little gear cog that you see down here, and then I can type position, and I will give it an absolute position. And that takes it out of the document flow. So it doesn't affect the widths or paddings of anything. Give it a Z index of -1 and it won't show at all. And now you can see that it's just highlighted here, but it doesn't actually show, right? So it's gone. Cool. All right, so now that we save this, it is all good. So when you share this URL, social media will pick up the featured image and use it in the preview while not showing it on the page, and the video will be there instead, right? So all good, everything is good. So the client can actually add, or the user can add a featured image to the post and it will still work. It'll work just fine. For example, let's set a featured image and use that. And I will save that. I will refresh this and you will see that we don't get to see the featured image at all, but it's there. I'll show you. So there's the image, but you don't see it on the front end, and you can actually dive in and see that image is loading, right? So it's there. So it'll be picked up when you share it on social media. That's great. Like I said, you can actually change the sizes and everything to be width 0, height 0, all that kind of stuff, but we're not going to worry about that right now. That doesn't affect much because it's hidden underneath the background, okay? All right, now we're going to take this a step further. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to add some extra code. What happens is that you can actually add a video, and the featured image of that video will be picked up and saved. Now the way that this works is YouTube, if you know the YouTube ID, right? The ID is what comes after the parameters, $V equals, and then that is the ID. If you have that ID, you can actually generate image URL from that. And that image URL is where the thumbnails are stored. So that means you can actually parse that and generate your own little thumbnail image URL. Now we're going to take that a step further and actually save that to the media library. So if you save something with a video, it's going to download it and save it into your I don't know if the microphone caught that, but my Siri just WordPress will actually download that image and save it into the media folder. So it's just perfect. Now, if there is already a featured image, it won't save. And if there is already the same image, if there is the same name file on WordPress, then it won't save the file. And what it does is it just checks everything, and if there's nothing that matches that, and if it's a blank featured image, it will automatically fill that in. So this is great for clients, and once they get used to this is like quality of life stuff. This will make your client's life so much easier. All right, so let's do that, okay? There's nothing extra to do here because all we need is a featured image, and this will take care of it. So we don't need to worry about that. All we need to do is just add some extra code. And I have that code over here. Again, you can get this code from the link in the description down below. That is my website. So you can come and download the code from there and save that, and that should be it. Now, just to explain a little bit of what's going on here, this is the, hey Siri, stop. Could you try again? Stop. This is the field name. Remember how we were talking about this? Now, if you already have featured video as featured_video as a field name, there's nothing to change. If you're using a different field name, then this is what you need to change, okay? Because that is the one that will do the checks, and then it will pull in everything, and that's where everything starts and works, okay? Okay, I'm gonna save this. And now we're going to try a test run. So let's go here, which is another video post, and you can see that it doesn't have a video here and it doesn't have a featured image here. Okay, so I'll enter that and we get the new Whitechapel song. Awesome. So we save that. Save, and we can view the post. Video's there. That's good. Refresh, and you will see the featured image has been added. There we go. Yeah, featured image has been added, which is great. So let's go and check the grid that I've already built, the archive grid, and you can see it has that, right? Now, test post with video, we already added that, so that's why it's showing there. This new one automatically worked. Let's go to test post with video, this one, and delete that featured image and see if that works, okay? Remove that, and now if we refresh, we'll be able to see that it is there. In the meantime, we can check here. Now we have the Lamb of God featured image, right? And of course, here that's featured. Okay, hope that helps. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.